ये वीडियो हम धरमसी मोरारजी केमिकल कंपनी इनके बिजनेस के बारे में काफी डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे। यदि आप स्टॉक प्राइस देखोगे लगभग 440-450 रुपीज से ये जो स्टॉक है वो लगभग 240-250 रुपीज तक फॉल हुआ है। तो ये जो फॉल है उसके क्या रीजन है, उन्होंने बीच में लास्ट 2 क्वार्टर्स में लॉस भी पोस्ट किया है, उसका क्या रीजन है, ये जो बिजनेस है इसका बिजनेस मॉडल क्या है, क्या क्या अलग अलग जो प्रोडक्ट्स है वो मैन्युफैक्चर करते हैं, इसके बारे में जानेंगे। इसके अलावा उनके जो करंटली कैपेक्स उन्होंने कंप्लीट किए हैं उसके डिटेल्स देखेंगे। आगे जाके ये जो कैपेक्स है उससे कितना रेवेन्यू और प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी का पोटेंशियल है, ये सब के बारे में हम ये वीडियो में काफी डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे। तो यदि आपने अब तक वैल्यू एजुकेटर चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया होगा जरूर सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए। मैंने ये चैनल पे काफी अलग अलग स्टॉक्स के रिलेटेड या सेक्टर्स के रिलेटेड डिटेल वीडियो शेयर किया है, जैसे कि मैंने फार्मा 4 पार्ट का एक सीरीज क्रिएट किया है। इसके अलावा मल्टीपल जो एग्रोकेमिकल्स, स्पेशलिटी केमिकल्स, अलग अलग केमिकल, फार्मा स्टॉक्स या बाकी सेक्टर्स के रिलेटेड भी काफी अलग अलग इंडिविजुअल बिजनेसेस के बारे में काफी डिटेल में अलग अलग वीडियोस क्रिएट किए हैं। और ये वीडियो क्रिएट करने के लिए काफी एफर्ट्स लगते हैं, काफी समय लगता है। तो यदि आपने अब तक चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया होगा तो जरूर आप चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए। तो अभी हम डीएमसीसी के बिजनेस के रिलेटेड डिटेल में डिस्कस करते हैं। Dharamsi Morarji Chemical Company Limited is engaged in manufacturing of bulk chemicals and specialty chemicals used in industries such as pharmaceuticals, agrochemicals, detergents, dyes, textiles, etc. DMCC is one of the oldest manufacturer of sulfuric acid in India, and the bulk chemical segment consists of sulfuric acid and its downstream products, which we'll discuss in later part of the presentation in detail. Dharamsi Morarji Chemical Company was incorporated in 1919 and commenced its operation as manufacturer of sulfuric acid and single superphosphate, which is SSP fertilizers. DMCC was known primarily as fertilizer producer with over 75% of revenues from SSP. But the government policy on SSP, market conditions and unexpected delays in subsidy formation by the central government caused financial strain and losses beginning in the year 2000. In 2009 year, the company decided to exit the fertilizer business, which was highly dependent on government policy and undergone restructuring. Then the company shifted its focus to the sulfur chemical business and its downstream products. DMCC had their fertilizer plant at Ambernath. Since they decided to exit the fertilizer business, the company obtained prerequisite approval of the shareholder for sale, transfer, disposal of its land, factory buildings and plant and machinery at Ambernath facility in 2011 financial year. In 2013 financial year, they shifted some of the assets to Roha plant and sold Ambernath land, which is reflected in annual report of 2013 financial year. The company has 3 business segments, which are bulk chemicals, specialty chemicals and boron chemistry. Bulk chemicals are basically high volume, low margin products. The company manufactures sulfuric acid, sulfuric anhydride, oleum and chlorosulfonic acid, which finds application in detergents, dyes and fertilizers. DMCC's future plan is to consume more and more sulfuric acid and create a downstream niche product out of it, which are generally low volume but high margin products. These are created from strong process competencies and technical skills in handling hazardous reactions and fetch higher margins. The products manufactured by company include benzene sulfonyl chloride, sodium vinyl sulfonate, diethyl sulfate, etc. The third segment is boron segment, produces various commodity and downstream products of boron. However, in recent years, this business has been crippled due to unfavorable government policy around the import of boron. If we check the revenue mix of DMCC in 2022 financial year, the bulk chemical segment contributed 46% of the revenues, whereas specialty chemical segment contributed about 54% of the revenues. If we check the geographical mix of 2022 financial year, the domestic market contributed about 73% to the revenues, whereas the international market contributed about 27% to the revenues. Export market is driven majorly by Europe, which contributed about 69% to the export revenues in 2022 financial year. Contribution of North America in export revenues is about 24%. For Asia, it is about 7%, whereas for South America, it is less than 1%. The company serves a number of clients including Alkylamines, IPCA, Apcotex, Aurobindo, Dow, Deepak Nitrite, Pidilite and other reputed clients as shown. The company has 2 manufacturing facilities located in Roha and Dahej. The Roha facility is dedicated to sulfur chemistry and equipped with 10 dedicated as well as 3 multi-purpose plants and in-house R&D center. The company recently upgraded the fire hydrant system as well as put up the zero liquid discharge infrastructure in Roha. This plant has capacity to produce about 300 metric tons of sulfuric acid per day. The Dahej facility is dedicated to boron as well as sulfur chemistry and is equipped with 8 dedicated and 2 multi-purpose plants. The company has recently put up a sulfuric acid plant in Dahej. The commercial production has started and the company expects to ramp up production to optimum utilization by end of Q1 2023. The capacity of Dahej plant would be the same as of Roha, which is about 300 metric ton per day. Borax Morarji was set up in 1963 and it was formed as 50-50 joint venture between Dharamsi Morarji and Borax Consolidated Limited, a UK based company. In 1970s, the Borax Group decided to exit the JV and part of the shares were bought by DMCC and promoters and part of the shares were bought by the public as it was listed in late 1970s. Later on, amalgamation of Borax Morarji Limited BML with DMCC on appointed date 1st April 2016 was approved by the Mumbai bench of NCLT on 18th October 2017. Accordingly, BML and DMCC have been amalgamated effective from 1st April 2016 being the appointed date. Borax Morarji is in the business of manufacturing boron chemicals such as borax, boric acid as well as downstream products including products like zinc borate, which is used in making fire retardant cables, fire retardant paints and other such applications. The boron business is dependent on 100% import of raw materials as there is no boron available locally. The company's focus was on downstream boron products. Management didn't wanted to invest much on technical grade boric acid because if the global situation changes, then they would have wasted their investment. Because of restrictions of imports on boric acid, it is not available to the company at attractive price. Boron imports are not permitted without licenses and it is not very easy to get these licenses. When a company is competing on specialty products globally, they need globally competitive raw materials which currently DMCC is not getting. So this has hampered the operations of boron plant completely. This figure shows the value chain of DMCC. They start with burning sulfur, which is byproduct of oil refineries to make sulfuric acid. From that they make various sulfonating agents like oleum, chlorosulfonic acid and liquid sulfur trioxide. Sulfur trioxide is also known as sulfuric anhydride. All these products come under the bulk chemicals. And from these products the company makes the downstream specialty chemicals by combining them with different organic products like benzene, phenol, ethanol, etc. Now we'll see the size of opportunity in chemical industry. The Indian chemical industry was estimated to be worth of $178 billion in 2020 financial year and has a significant potential to reach up to $300 million by 2025 financial year. In terms of the demand, the industry has grown about 1.3 times the country's average GDP over last 5 years, which shows a strong linkage with its GDP. The current per capita consumption of chemical products in India is about 1/10 of the global average and it is expected to double by 2025. Now we will see the opportunity size for the sulfuric acid in India. The Indian sulfuric acid market stood at 14.15 million tons in 2021 financial year and is forecasted to reach about 24.4 million tons by 2030 financial year, growing at the healthy CAGR of 6.24% until 2030. Uses of sulfuric acids are growing under various applications such as phosphoric acid, Singer superphosphate, linear alkyl benzene sulfonate, dye intermediates and ammonium sulfate is expected to drive the sulfuric acid market. Some of the major players operating in country's sulfuric acid market are Hindustan Zinc Limited, Birla Copper Limited, Sterlite Copper Limited, Aarti Industries, Khaitan Chemicals and Fertilizers Limited. The BS6 norm which have come into the effect will affect the availability of the sulfur. Compared to BS4, the BS6 fuel has the less sulfur and nitrogen oxide. While the content of sulfur in BS4 fuel is 50 ppm, it is 5 times lower in BS6 fuel which is only 10 ppm. So basically the availability of the sulfur will increase in India because of these new norms
as they had to remove sulfur from the fuel, and that should lead to increased availability and therefore lower prices or at least reduce imports. Sterlite operated the largest copper smelter plant in India in Thoothukudi from 1998 to 2018. The copper smelter plant was long opposed by the local residents as it was polluting the environment as well as causing a range of health problems in that area. It is 4 lakh metric ton per annum plant of copper smelter with associated facilities such as refinery and copper rod plant, with sulfuric acid plant of more than 12 lakh metric ton per annum and phosphoric acid plant of about 2,20,000 metric ton per annum at Thoothukudi, which is located in Tamil Nadu. Between March and April 2018, there were several mass protests against the company's plant of the proposed expansion. Then the copper smelter plant at Thoothukudi was shut down in 2018 by Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board or environmental violations. Due to the closure of Sterlite Copper in 2018, the demand for the sulfuric acid increased. Due to closure of the Sterlite Copper smelter in 2018, the supply of the sulfuric acid has gone down, and it also improved the EBITDA margin of the DMCC in 2019 financial year. If we check, the largest producer of sulfuric acid in India is Birla Copper. Birla Copper is subsidiary of Hindalco, and they have 3 sulfuric acid plants which have total installed capacity of about 14,70,000 tons per annum. So the sulfuric acid prices in India are largely linked to Birla Copper. Due to COVID, there was decline in demand for the couple of sulfones, mainly because it is used in thermal paper coating, and those coatings are primarily used in airline tickets, stadium tickets and in baggage tags. In 2020, there was substantial reduction in demand for such things due to outbreak of COVID-19. Now let's take a look at the latest Capex update of the company. So the company has completed the debottlenecking of the Roha sulfuric acid plant, which will increase the capacity from 300 metric ton per day to 350 metric ton per day. The company has also completed a Capex of 2 multi-purpose plants at Dahej facility and commercial production has started. The company has invested about 50 crores in adding incremental capacity in the bulk chemical segment, whereas the commercial production has started and the company expects to ramp up the production to optimal capacity utilization by end of Q1 2023. Further, the company has invested 20 crores in dedicated specialty chemical plant at Dahej facility. The plant is expected to begin the commercial production by Q1 2023, and the company will use this facility for manufacturing products under contract. The products to be manufactured and other details remain confidential as the company has signed the NDA for it. DMCC also invested about 20 crores for the expansion to manufacture intermediates for pharmaceutical and agrochemical industry. And this project is expected to complete by Q1 2023 financial year. If we check the asset turnover for the bulk chemicals, it is between 1 to 1.5 times, whereas for specialty chemicals, it is between 1.5 to 2.5 times. The company has in-house R&D center at its manufacturing facility in Roha, with key focus on process improvement for existing products and new process development for products additions. The R&D team is strongly supported by in-house engineering services team to ensure timely implementation of new products on commercial scale. DMCC's R&D is a team of 25 members as of 2022 financial year. The products under pipeline are sulfones, amides and thiols. The company had earlier decided to expand capacities in sulfone segment. However, with the downturn in the international markets for product category, currently the plan has been put on hold. The chart shows the R&D expenditure in crores and R&D as a percentage of sales. If we check, the R&D expenditure is almost constant for past 2 financial years, which is about 1.91 crores in financial year 21 and 1.94 crores in financial year 2022. Now let's take a look at the bulk chemical products. DMCC is one of the oldest manufacturer of sulfuric acid in the country. These products are sold domestically with a limited radius from the manufacturing site. Almost 50% of the production is sold off in markets and rest is consumed captively. In bulk chemicals, their products are sulfuric acid, chlorosulfonic acid, sulfuric anhydride and oleum. Normally, bulk chemicals find application in detergents, dyes, fertilizers, etc. Now let's look at the product-wise application and competitors in bulk chemical segment. So if we see battery grade and commercial grade sulfuric acid is used in fertilizers, particularly for superphosphates, ammonium phosphate and ammonium sulfates, whereas dilute sulfuric acid is used as raw material for detergents, synthetic resins, dyestuff and pharmaceuticals. Competitors in sulfuric acid includes Aarti Industries, Bodal Chemicals, Trident and Amal Limited. Another product is chlorosulfonic acid, which is used in detergents and as chemical intermediates. Competitors in these products are Aarti Industries and Atul Limited. Next product is sulfuric anhydride, which is nothing but sulfur trioxide. It is used as raw material for different types of sulfates, and it is also used into making of the surfactants for shampoos, detergents and other products. Another product which DMCC manufactures is oleums. DMCC manufactures commercial grade oleum of 23% and 65% purity. Oleum 23% is used as raw material for nylon and other dye stuff, as well as it is used in nitration process in combination with nitric acid. The applications of oleum 65 are same as that of oleum 23, but apart from that, oleum 65 is also used in setting up of the highly concentrated sulfuric acid. Competitors in this product are Aarti Industries, Bodal Chemicals and Amal Limited. Now let's discuss about company's specialty chemical products. The sulfonating agents manufactured by company are reacted with organic substrates like phenol, benzene and methanol to get downstream specialty products. 60 to 70% of these products are exported. The company is backward integrated into this process. Few of the specialty products manufactured by DMCC are benzene sulfonyl chloride, phenol sulfonic acid, sodium phenol sulfonate, lasamide, diethyl sulfate, sodium vinyl sulfonate, etc. These specialty chemicals finds application in agrochemicals, detergents, dyes, pigments, pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, etc. DMCC has a significant global market share in three of the specialty chemical products, which are benzene sulfonate chloride, sodium vinyl sulfonate and diethyl sulfate. In benzene sulfonyl chloride, they have 40 to 50% of the market share. In sodium vinyl sulfonate, they have about 25% market share. And in diethyl sulfonate, they have about 20 to 25% of the market share. DMCC is the world's largest manufacturer of benzene sulfonyl chloride and among the largest manufacturer of sodium vinyl sulfonate and diethyl sulfate. Now we will see the product-wise application and competitors of company's high-margin products in specialty chemical segment. Benzene sulfonyl chloride is used as intermediates for agrochemicals in manufacturing of the benzene sulfonamide as well as lubricating oil additives. The market for the benzene sulfonyl chloride is relatively small and DMCC holds about 50% of the global market share in this product. Another product is sodium vinyl sulfonate, which is used as dye fixating agent for textile fiber as a cement dispersion as well as dispersing agent in paper coating. And then the third high margin product is diethyl sulfate, which finds application in dyes, textile and coating manufacturing. It is also used in personal care products, pharmaceuticals, detergents, flavors and fragrances. The company is working on couple of new products including amides, thiol compounds, etc. They have introduced lasamide in 2019. The lasamide volumes has not picked up yet because it's a pharma related product and it's a time consuming process because of the audits and approvals. Thiols are still into the development phase and they are working on relatively new range of products. Their R&D team is continuing to work on alternative process for thiols. Now let's discuss about the amide product applications. So lasamide is used as an intermediate for the manufacturing of furosemide, which is used as antiuretic and antihypertensive. Another product is benzyl sulfonamide, which is used as chemical intermediate in organic synthesis, pharmaceuticals, dyes, plasticizers and fungicides. It is also used as raw material for production of blowing agents and pesticides. One more amide product manufactured by DMCC is parachlorobenzene sulfonamide, which is used as intermediate for preparation of insecticides like chloramine C, as well as it is used as intermediate in pharma and dyes. DMCC manufactures a product called as isothionic acid sodium salt, which is used as an amphothetic surfactant used in surfactant bar soaps, in detergent formulations in wool and silk wave industry, and also as a component of mild bath soaps, baby soaps, and toothpaste. Another product in this segment is parachlorothiophene, which is used as intermediate for pharma, pesticides, and dyes and insecticides. Another thiol product manufactured by DMCC is thiophenol, which is used in manufacturing of fenbendazole, quetiapine fumarate, and other APIs. The key competitors for DMCC are Amal Limited and Bodal Chemicals. Amal Limited is primarily engaged in manufacturing of bulk chemicals such as sulfuric acid and oleum, and their downstream products such as sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Amal is a subsidiary of Atul Limited, and Amal's manufacturing plants acts as backward integration for Atul's manufacturing operations. Now, Bodal Chemical Limited is one of the India's leading integrated dyestuff companies and is the largest domestic manufacturer of dye intermediates. It offers the wide range of dyestuff, dye intermediates, basic chemicals, and its variants to diverse customers across India and world. Now let's take a look at the sulfuric acid plant capacities of DMCC, Amal Limited and Bodal Chemicals. DMCC has two sulfuric acid plants, one is at Roha and another is at Dahej, having the capacity of 300 metric ton of each plant. After debottlenecking, capacity of the Roha plant would be about 350 metric ton per day, so the total capacity would be about 700 metric ton per day. If we calculate the annual capacity, it would be about 2,55,500 metric ton per annum. If we check the sulfuric acid plant capacity of Amal Limited, earlier it was 140 metric ton per day, but now the company has added incremental capacity of 300 metric ton per day. So total capacity is about 440 metric ton per day, and if we check the annual capacity, it is about 1,60,600 metric ton per annum. Bodal Chemicals is also into the manufacturing of sulfuric acid and its downstream products, and they currently have the capacity of about 2,26,000 metric ton per annum. The company is further investing into greenfield project at Sakhya, Gujarat, which will lead an incremental capacity of 3,40,000 metric ton per annum for sulfuric acid and its derivatives. This incremental capacity is expected to come on stream by Q3 2023 financial year. After this Capex, Bodal Chemicals will have the total capacity of 5,66,000 metric ton per annum of sulfuric acid. If we check the financial, we can see the volatility in the revenues and profitability of the company, which explains the commodity nature of the business. But this situation can improve in future with the company's focus to deploy incremental funds towards expanding the specialty chemical segment. Now let's discuss about some of the triggers for the DMCC. Earlier, the company had only one sulfuric plant in Roha, and sulfuric acid plant has to go under the maintenance shutdown once in 18 months for normally a period of 1 month. So due to this, sales of the company used to get hampered. So the company has de-risked their operations by setting up of one more sulfuric acid plant at Dahej. Company is planning to have the products in future with the minimum of the 30% EBITDA margins. Although the company is going to focus more on specialty chemical segment, a significant part of revenues come from the bulk chemical segment, which is very dependent on the prices of the crude and sulfur.
तो यदि आपको भी मेरे साथ जुड़ना है टू फाइंड आउट स्मॉल एंड माइक्रो साइज की जो अनआइडेंटिफाइड कंपनीज है, करंटली उनके जो वैल्यूएशन है वो एक फेयर वैल्यूएशन है, और ये जो बिजनेस मॉडल है उनका वो एक थोड़ा नीश बिजनेस मॉडल है. स्मॉल साइज की कंपनीज ऑलवेज डजंट मीन वहां पे कुछ इनएफिशिएंसीज है. काफी समय में ऐसा भी होता है कि जो स्मॉल कंपनीज है उनकी इफिशिएंसीज बड़ी कंपनी से काफी बेटर हो सकती है. तो यदि हम ऐसे कुछ कंपनीज अर्ली स्टेज में आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं उनके ग्रोथ के, देन वी एक्चुअली कैन गेट द मल्टीफोल्ड रिटर्न्स, और यही हम माइक्रोकैप क्लब में कर रहे हैं. तो माइक्रोकैप क्लब की लिंक जो है आपको नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगी. यदि आपने अब तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया होगा तो जरूर इसे सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए. काफी डिटेल में आपको अलग अलग माइक्रो कैप्स और स्मॉल कैप के रिलेटेड यहाँ पे जानकारी मिल जाएगी. इसके रिलेटेड रिपोर्ट्स मैंने क्रिएट किए हैं. एक डिस्कशन फोरम है, उसका आप यूज कर सकते हो. आपके जो अलग अलग क्वेश्चंस है रिलेटेड टू स्टॉक्स या सेक्टर्स, वो आप मुझे पूछ सकते हो. तो इसकी जो लिंक है आपको नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगी और आप इसे जरूर ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. और माइक्रो कैप क्लब में करंटली हम एक्स्ट्रा मंथ्स फ्री में ऑफर कर रहे हैं. उसके भी जो डिटेल्स है आपको वेबसाइट में मिल जाएगी. और यदि आपको डीएमसीसी का डिटेल एनालिसिस पसंद आया होगा तो जरूर ये वीडियो को लाइक कर दीजिए, मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और बेल आइकॉन पे क्लिक कीजिए ताकि ऐसे जो वीडियोस है वो आपको आगे जाके भी मिलते रहे. और जरूर ये जो वीडियो है आप आपके सारे फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर कीजिए ताकि उनको भी काफी नॉलेज एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग मिल जाएगी. तो अभी हम नेक्स्ट सैटरडे को 11 o'clock को मिलेंगे विद सम अदर कंपनी का डिटेल एनालिसिस.